Wrong screen. I was like, wait, what? Yo, shout out to everybody in the stream, man. All my lurkers and non-lurkers alike. We are locked in for episode 7 of Big Eric Small Talks. Shout out to Petty Pistol Papa. Shout out to J Charm. Shout out to CSJX. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Alfredo in the back. You know, we vibed out. Yo, Visaya, what's good, bro? We talking celebrity culture today. We talking about celebrities, which is funny because I like not even thinking about it. I was just watching this beef video between Uzi and Speed, which was like, do y'all know who Speed is? I don't even really know who Speed is. Okay, Speed is like this kid, and like he's like TikTok famous, like Twitch famous, is he? I think he streams and shit too. He's crazy. He's a crazy kid, but apparently he got to meet Uzi just on some acting crazy shit. So now, you know what I'm saying, like Uzi wanted to talk to him. You know, he's pretty cool with like engaging with the youth. Like Uzi will like talk to anybody. You know, he is the youth, exactly. So he's really good with like engaging with the youth and stuff like that. So I don't know, I guess they just had a little disagreement. You know how kids are. Kids jump and act crazy. So he had said something the kid Speed didn't like, and like the dude just like he just flew off the handle. Like Speed just started tripping, like losing his fucking he's losing his mind. I'm trying to pull up the video for you guys, but it makes me think like, should celebrities be role models? And at what point does it go from, you know what I'm saying, like that was his role model, but as soon as he said something he didn't like, now they're beefing. You know what I'm saying? Like should celebrities even be role models, considering they're people that you can just like, you know, he could get on the phone with Uzi in 2 seconds. Should that be a role model? You know what I'm saying? Should that be something that we take seriously?
I think the idea that we make celebrities of any like genre, like not just in music but in like actors, the idea that you're gonna put this much like stock and into a person whose actual who has nothing to do with you. This
Exactly.
person is writing about their life experiences and what they're going through, which may not necessarily be what you're going through. But you're quick to blame this person. Like I can't stand the song WAP, but the idea that people get mad and say this is the song that turned little girls into hoes. Nah, it was a whole lot more that depicted, you know, how little girls became hoes and not just this one song. 'Cause I remember my mom and them singing songs that was like, you know, but Keith Sweat. I can't stand this whiny ass man. Keith Sweat.
A freak.
Like, oh my God, I can't stand him. But you know, it goes back to he had no business being a role model.
No.
It's somebody who's
No
getting money,
business.
like you know, in
Not
the
at
sense
all.
of like this is how he's marketing his career. But that's not exactly a standard for how we should be living.
Yeah,
Literal R. Kelly. R.
that's true.
Kelly was somebody we considered a role model, and now we don't. This is why you don't make celebrities role models. They're regular human beings
Regular
Regular
people.
who have
humans.
flaws and are sometimes very kind of like gross and disgusting.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of stuff for that. There's like a lot of bands that have a lot of allegations, and you probably don't even know about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's literally like a huge Google documentary or Google document online of just like a lot of bands. Like, there's like Headley, All Time Low. There's just so many you can name the top. Like, there's just a lot.
Yeah.
And it's fucking gross. Like, and there's some bands that I didn't even know, and I listen to them on a daily, and I'm like, wow, I can't even listen to them. Like,
Right. I
it's
can't
just
even listen to you no more.
that's yeah, like it's fucking gross. Like, there's just some artists that you think they're really like, they think they're you think they're good, but obviously they're not.
And they're not.
You really forget that they're human,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of them are flawed. A lot of them.
Flawed, as we
And
all
they're going
are.
through real life stuff. Yeah, they're going through
Mm-hmm.
real life stuff, and a lot of them are going through a lot of weird stuff
Yeah.
that a lot of us would not get.
Would not understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
Having a
interesting.
lot of money and no problem.
Exactly. I think it's interesting that we think of celebrities can't relate to us, and when in reality we can't relate to them either. You know what I'm saying? It's really it's hard. It's hard to grasp.
Yeah.
But let me play this speed video for y'all while I take this phone call. It's bad timing.
be like,
With
yes,
your girlfriend
no.
or your
Do
wife.
I have to click watch stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Mhm. I don't know if you want to watch this though. He looks like he's bugging out.
I was like,
Bro, you.
Nigga, please.
Yee.
Yes, sir.
Bro, you pissing, bro, Uzi. I'm trying to control my anger against you, but you getting on my fucking nerves, and I'm really sick and tired of this shit. I'm trying to control this shit. No, Uzi, no, Uzi, no, fuck.
I got it, bro. I got it. We're gonna start over. What's up, Steve?
What's good, bro?
How you feeling today, bro?
I'm feeling great, man. I actually just woke up. You know what I'm saying? Feeling great. You know.
So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a really big fan, bro. I don't miss a stream nowadays. I'm always on there.
Fousey,
YouTube. I'm on YouTube. You make me laugh every
Yes.
But it's just one thing.
What?
I just didn't know that you were an ass eater.
Motherfucker! This bitch! Bro, you fucking bitch! Alright, bro. Alright.
Look at his toe.
See that?
is that his skit? Like, let me ask you this: is that something
You know what, Uzi,
he
bro?
does regular during his live streams?
Yeah,
Like,
is he like regularly acting like that?
And then
Yeah, like, is that my man's skit?
So that means you're not
Okay, so he's crazy.
Okay.
It's crazy.
I mean, we all a little throwed off in this stream.
Yo, every time you talk.
Nah, let me not cap. So,
Yeah.
but then we wonder why they do the off the wall shit they do and the crazy shit they do. Why would Johnny Soso think it was okay to go out there and he was immune from the regular law? Because that's a regular experience for him, is that people will normally do things they have no business doing and would do for no regular other individual, but they don't do it for him because of what his name is.
None.
Yeah.
None. Because who are they? Who are they to where you need to be following your life after them? Like,
But they got figured out.
what do they know that you don't know?
Yo, I had myself muted in stream. Chat, my bad. Chat, I asked how much, like, what's too much when it comes to influence? How much influence should a person have on your day to day life? And as J Charm said, none. Literally none. Like, it's just they're just a human being. Like,
Just like you. They're just trying to get it.
just trying to get it. We all just trying to get it. They just trying to get it too. You shouldn't let anybody influence your day to day. That should just be what you want to do every day. You just get up and do that shit. Like, you're not worried about anybody else. Cause they ain't worried about you. I tell you that. For anybody worried about anybody else, I promise you they not worried about you. They not worried about you.
We live in a society where trends are just like they rule us.
Absolutely.
Clout culture is like disgusting, but it is so prevalent.
Yeah.
Prevalent.
You know where even tweeted out today, he's like, believe in yourself, no one else can do that shit for you.
Facts.
And that's wise ass words from nothing nowhere, because he came from fucking nothing.
I'm
He was
telling you.
just making music in his basement. He didn't even know nothing nowhere would even come out of anywhere. Like, he didn't even think he would make it this far.
Yeah.
And now this guy is sitting at, he's certified on everything, and he's sitting at 66.9K followers. You know, I followed this guy when he had no one. Maybe like not even 10K, 1K at least. Now this guy's like blew up kind of thing.
Blowing up.
That's the kind of artists that I look up to, and that should like influence a lot of people. That's what I look at it as. If you're an artist yourself and you want to like come up and coming, and like there's some artists you can look up to and that aren't like
pieces of shit.
You know, right.
Yeah.
Like the nicest thing. Nothing Nowhere is probably like I'll talk about Nothing Nowhere to the day I die, because he's probably one of the nicest like guys he'll meet he likes his fans too. It's not like he doesn't like he's like, oh fuck my fans, I don't give a fuck. I'm just here making music. No, he'll sit on Twitch with us, and he'll fucking make music on Twitch with us and stuff like that. And he lets us help him kind of thing, you know? Like, I wouldn't have him on my wall or nothing, or wouldn't support him kind of thing if he was a piece of shit.
Yeah, literally.
But there is some artists that are like, that shouldn't even be artists sometimes. And I just shouldn't. Fuck, are you even famous? Like,
why are you famous? Bro, I be asking myself that about a lot of people I follow. Like, how did you even get here? Well, I mean, I see you lurking while you eating.
Do y'all think it's hard to separate the artist from their personal life?
I'm so glad you said this. J Charms, yes. It's not hard at all. If you're a bad person, I don't want nothing to do with your brand, bro. Period. It's not hard. That's the same thing I was talking about, 2 weeks ago with the fucking Chick-fil-A shit. If you're a bad brand, I don't want your food, bro. I used to have a really hard time with that until I really had to think, bro. When Famous Dex had that video of him beating the shit out of his girlfriend in that hallway, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a whole thing, right? But he was still famous. Still famous. Because people have a hard time separating that shit. Why would I put money in his pocket if I know that same money is gonna go to you beating your bitch up? It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Izzy and I used to talk about this a lot with she likes Chris Brown's music a lot. And I like Chris Brown's music a lot. But Chris Brown is a terrible fucking person. He's a terrible person. Terrible. And I say that shit all the time. I talk about it all the time. And I don't give that nigga no leeway. Because every time you think Chris Brown changes his act, he goes and beat the fuck out of somebody else, bro. Every time. I'll be like, all right, you know what? It's been a year since Chris Brown beat somebody up. This hill, I won't die on it anymore. I'm cool, like, whatever. I'll go down the hill, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then next thing you know, you turn around and he's beating somebody else up. Bro, you can't support that shit, bro. You can't. And it was getting to a point where Izzy, the most recent time he beat somebody up, she was looking at it. She's like, damn, like, he done beat somebody else up. Yeah.
No more, bro.
Bro, that's what she was
I
saying.
can't even argue this without looking insane.
Because we used to go back and forth about it. I used to be like, damn, how could you? And she would be like, well, you know, like, Chris Brown, I've been listening to him forever. And I would be like, yeah, like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to that nostalgia factor, it's hard. It's hard because if you've been listening to somebody for your whole life, it's hard to let that shit go. But she's
when they're playing him everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere, bro. They play Chris Brown everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's hard.
You start thinking then too, as a fan, I have championed and supported this artist and everything he stood for. What does that say about me? To be a supporter.
Yeah.
And that's a big factor in why a lot of these celebrities are never held accountable, because there are so many people who have put an investment into them that to allow you to take a fall is now going to detrimentally affect how people look at me. Because I've co-signed you. I'm a proud believer, and I say it. I'm an introvert. I don't fuck with many, but people I do fuck with, I know I'm co-signing.
I'm co-signing.
That start fucking with you in accordance because of me, and y'all would have never had that interaction. That to an extent, I'm a little bit socially liable for what this person does. And I mean, to an extent, there are only so many things you can control, but the depth of someone's character after you've been shown it time and time again, and you've still kept your investment here, you still kept your stock here. You know, what is that saying about you?
What does that say about what you will and won't condone? It says you'll condone any and everything. Really? Seriously.
People around you, they see that.
They see that. The people around you see that. The people who are investing in you, because if you're a serious person and you got serious things going on, the people who are investing in you see that as well, and they take that serious. And you can't get nowhere supporting the wrong type of people, man. Unless you want to listen. If you want to be aligned with the wrong type of people, then please go. By all means, go support the wrong type of people. That's another way to get up. That's another way to win. A lot of people won't respect it. I won't respect it, but that's a way to get up. There's no integrity there. There's no integrity there. You got to align yourself with people who are going to do the right thing. And that includes the type of things that you intake. That includes all of that, bro. All of that. Like, you have to separate the artist from their art, the musician from their music. I mean, you can't separate, you cannot separate those two things. Because if they're going to do all of these things and they're going to say the opposite thing, so who are they? You don't even know who they are. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like,
credit line looking like.
Yeah.
Looking a little faulty. You got to look at. I mean, I talked about it a lot. As a streamer, you are essentially in a business, and as an artist, it's essentially the same thing. We create content, they create music. It's the same contract, but your brand is now yourself, and that itself is a business. And how you run it and market it is all going to depict how hard it is for you in the business world as you move forward and as you do things.
1000%.
Agree.
Sometimes in life, I feel like we approach things so emotionally instead of more contractually.
Yeah, because we don't know how other way.
A great thing. It's not always a bad thing, but sometimes we took everyday situations and you looked at it contractually. Would you still be the same level of upset as you are?
Nope.
Would you still have the same opinions and feelings you have about it towards that other party if you did that? Would you still think and believe the same way you do about certain things?
Exactly. I'd be like, damn, all right, well, this happened. You gotta wash your hands of shit sometimes.
I tell you for a fact, it's a couple people I wouldn't know right now if I contractually had to put our relationship down on paper like that. What am I talking
But I think not.
What am I doing here?
Why am I here? What? How did I even get here? Like.
And that's why I said it's not always perfect. I'm be honest, it's not always the perfect method because some people are not always gonna look great on paper. But I think in the state of most celebrities who have done some crazy shit, they've done it several times long before they got to the big this is it.
Exactly.
That they get here is a whole nother thing.
Right. How many allegations do we gotta see come out about this, that, and the third, and this person and that person before we go? We should stop putting money in their pockets.
Yeah, your average male can't stand more than one allegation in his life. Some of these allegations that I see some individuals receive, I'll be like, God dang it, how many times you gonna be accused so they can leave?
Bruh, this nigga Lucky. Bro, that nigga Lucky had like 15 out. All these people like saying that, you mean he did this, that, and the third, and then you got all of these niggas. Where's the proof? How do we know he? Right. What do you mean by that? Huh?
What do you mean?
What? Like, I'm sorry. We just
How
gonna
many times?
like, okay.
Well, what's the girl's background? Does it fucking matter?
Right. So, but
So what was she doing?
what was she wearing at the sir?
What do you mean?
What are we talking
What
about
you
here?
got on right now?
Right, like that shit is crazy,
It's always
bro.
a justification.
Always a
So many questions,
justification.
answers, and descriptions and time for explanations given to people with a lot more money.
Yeah.
With a lot more money. I'm telling you.
Average men go to jail every day because the judge didn't want to hear him out. y'all
Real shit.
Y'all had a whole questionnaire lined up for this.
Whole
man.
questionnaire. Everything lined up for y'all. Man. Exactly. That shit is fucking crazy, man. Fucking.
Have you guys been following the Jussie Smollett case?
Oh yeah, a little bit.
I feel like we was
I
just
thought
talking
there-
about that.
Yeah.
Oh, Izzy was just talking about that. Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. Because of the person I am, y'all know me. Y'all know how I am. I'm for my people, bro. I say, if you want to fake a hate crime against a white person, just pick the right white person. Okay? He picked the wrong white person. That's what a lot of black people don't understand, bro. Just because we cannot find time and we can't find resources to unite as a race does not mean that white people don't already have those resources, bro. If you slander one white person, they all feel slandered. The same way if you slander one black person, we all feel slandered. Same for them. So if you slander one white person, already they're gonna say you're lying. And now you actually are lying? Bro, come on. Come on, bro. Come on.
And
I
you
ain't
have
mad
to be
at him,
mindful
but
of the impact you have for those behind you. And
yeah.
I
Yeah.
grew up, and this was one thing in my family was very, very prominent on pounding into my head that if you want to be somebody who make change, you better be aware of how you make change. Because
Yes.
for every step you make, you are making it that much harder or easier for the people around you.
Yes.
So often we caught up in thinking we making it easy for everyone around us. You can make shit really hard. That just made it hard for a whole lot more people to go create, to go
It
find.
did.
To go actually talk
Yeah.
about the issues that they're having. Seriously. It makes
It's a
it
big
that much
no-no.
harder. That's
You're
yeah.
mentioning your case and the next like trial of somebody who's legit filing a hate crime, and
Yeah.
He's fucking it up for them. Yeah.
the defense attorney gets up and he uses your case number. Remember, this is what you started.
Exactly. And that's what I mean. If you're gonna fake a hate crime against a white person, or you're gonna say a white person that hate crimes, you know what I'm saying, whatever, pick the right white person, bro. Seriously. Don't ever lie on the white person that don't even be on that. Because they gonna defend the fact that they not on that to the death. Because they not on that. Why would they accept that? And they should. They're not gonna accept that, bro. And then God forbid you accuse a white person who is on that and they didn't do it. Cause now they're mad and they're confused because they're like, well shit, I could have said these things, but I mean I didn't, so now how did I even get here? You know what I'm saying? Like he
It put
just
us 10 steps back.
yeah, it put us 10 steps back in that
Crime committers out there. You could have picked any 1,000 of them.
you could have picked somebody who actually commits hate crimes and he 9 times out of 10 went for somebody who don't even be on that.
Yeah.
He wasn't
You want to
thinking.
be a vigilante.
Yeah, he was trying to be a vigilante. The nigga is not Batman, bro. You're not Batman. You can't save the whole city, bro. You can't save all black people faking a hate crime. That's not how you do it. Like, real shit. He wasn't thinking. I don't know what his thought process was. I don't know if he was just out to get money. I don't know if he
I'm
was
so confused.
broke. I don't know if he was trying to start a movement.
I want to know what it was.
Real
I wanna
shit.
know what the logic was.
What was the logic? I did not hear about this case or drama going on. Yeah, Ramen. Jesse Smollett. I'll type it in the chat for you. That dude's an idiot. Like seriously. Like I said, I like the plan, hate the execution. Seriously.
Yes. Hate the execution.
Hate the execution. Love the plan, hate the
It didn't
execution.
give what it was supposed to give.
It didn't. It didn't.
Yes, I didn't catch it at all, but you know,
No.
and it gives me the vibes of, and I hate people who do this a lot. A lot of times, and I see this a lot in the black community, of people who quick to be like, oh, that's racist. That's racist. No, what?
Like what?
Very quick.
Not everything is racist.
Not everything is
Yeah.
racist, bro.
Yes, yes. And I know it makes it hard to identify when something just wasn't racist.
Right.
It goes back to why I'm such a champion of I hate classism because it really is like just obscured by a lot of racism.
Mm-hmm.
That man
I
didn't
think
hate
it's so easy to say that that's racist.
Yeah, so
it is.
easy.
So easy.
that may have been a minute factor, but that wasn't the whole reason why he did it. That man hated
Yeah.
you because you were poor. Lord, and he hated you because you was black.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That poverty.
A whole hell of a lot. People just don't recognize it's happening.
Yeah,
because
Ramen.
they're like, oh, it was racist. Oh, it was just racist. Nah, he don't even care about that. He cared more about his dollar than he do anything else.
Yep. Always about the dollar. And if you fucking up that dollar, you mean that? Listen, bro, that's what I be. Don't fuck with the white man, bro. Seriously, if it's not,
They gonna get you.
They gonna get you. They're gonna get you. White people are some of the most powerful people on the planet, bro. Seriously, they're gonna get you. You might as well just leave them alone. Like if they're not cool, leave them alone, bro. Seriously, I just don't understand. Like people be wanting to, like they'll find a white person that's like the worst white person on earth, and be like, I gotta go after him. I gotta do everything in my power to take them down. Like every cent, every dollar I have, every second of my time, I gotta put. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose your mind. You're gonna lose every cent you have. You're gonna lose your life because they will kill you, bro. Why don't you just mind your business and thrive? Like really, seriously, like I'm one of those people that if I'm walking down the street and, bro, really, you gotta stay away from certain types of white people, bro, because they will really fuck your whole life up. Because, like you said, they if you're not in their social status, it's over for you, bro. There's no respect for you, and that goes for other white people too.
What do you think they meant? They cared about you?
Yeah, bro. You know how many white people feel like they're not respected by other white people just because they don't have money? That classism shit is way more prominent than racism is for sure. But we just don't understand it because most people don't have money anyway. It's not the 1% for no reason. You know? It's not the 1% for no reason.
I love that book because it just really identifies exactly the difference between old money and new money. You can have all the money in the world, boy. You still just new money. These boys
Still just new money.
The OGs of money.
Yeah.
Them boys don't play. They
Nope.
built different.
And it's like, you have money, but what are you gonna do with it?
Exactly. What are you gonna do with it? What are you gonna do with it? And that's how a lot of people get lost in that classism versus that racism shit because they just don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't understand the difference. They don't. A lot of people don't understand social economics. I hardly understand social economics, so I don't blame your average person for not getting it because I barely get that shit. But you know what I'm saying? It really makes it hard for people to understand. You know what I'm saying? When people are being racist towards them and when people are just shitting on them because they're poor. Like it's a thin line and it's hard, but yeah.
You understand it, and it leads to a whole lot more anger. I'm gonna tell you this: when I finally started seeing the difference between people just solely being racist or sexist toward me, and it was solely based off of what I was classed as a human being and an individual, it makes you that much more angry because in theory, once you understand it, you understand that like I said, there's still the problem of old money versus new money. It does not matter how much money you amass, they will still look at you the same.
Mm-hmm.
They will still look at you the same. And that's something that if you think you have accumulated success and you are living it, and you think you finally made it out of the situation and you brought yourself to a position in life where that's no longer a factor for you, and they will happily inform you, that means nothing.
Right.
That can be a bit of it turns people into different human beings.
It fucks them up. It fucks people up, man. Because they just don't understand how to bridge that gap, and you can't. You can't, because you either have money or you don't.
And understand the grass is not always greener on the other side. It's not a bridge that need to be crossed.
No, it's not. You don't even want to cross that bridge. I'm cool on this side, because when I get my money, I'll still be on this side, and I'll still have all of the pleasures and the simple things. I take a walk down the street, and my whole day is made. You know what I'm saying? Rich people gotta spend $1 million to make their day. I'm cool off that problem.
That's boring.
Yeah.
Imagine when you get to a point where you are just bored because anything you can do, you've done, and there's nothing else for you to do. There's no wow factor to anything. It's all just regular.
Mm-hmm.
Money does not buy happiness.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It's been proven time and time again.
It just buys you the key.
Celebrity struggle.
It buys you that peace of mind, that sanity, that I can do whatever. I'm cool now. I can relax. It just buys you that, and that's cool. But you know, you need the rest still for yourself. And a lot of people build that in poverty. A lot of people build that strength and that character. Like I used to hate when people say, yeah, like struggle builds character. I used to be like, bro, shut the fuck up. I'm not trying to hear that. But it's true. It's true. Like, it's true. And it doesn't always have to mean immense struggle. You could trip and fall. That could do everything for you. Now you know not to walk that way anymore. Now you know not to do this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that builds character right there. You know? Simple things.
Knowing the difference between happiness, contentment, and fulfillment is very key and crucial.
Mm-hmm.
Money does not buy you, commitment and fulfillment. What is it? Success, and based off of what other people may interpret for you as success, does not buy you fulfillment.
Mm-hmm.
Does not buy you contentment. You have, like we just said, you have it all and still be miserable in a bitch.
and still be
And upset now
devastated.
'cause you can't figure it out.
Yep.
Now it's even more nerve wracking because you have spent your life to get to somewhere and it still ain't make you feel like how you thought it was supposed to make you feel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It'll fuck you up. It'll destroy you, bruh. For real. That shit will destroy you.
I think a lot of the time they think it's gonna give them purpose
Yeah.
in the work, and they start chasing that,
Mm-hmm.
and that's something that you're never gonna get.
Nah.
It takes a lot of self-awareness.
Yeah, purpose comes from self, not money.
You really have to reflect on that.
Yeah. You gotta, purpose is something that you find within yourself. If you don't have a purpose, it's because you don't know what's going on. You don't have no sense of self. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say their name, but somebody came in the Discord the other day and was saying, you know what I'm saying, like, that they feel really lonely. And I'm like, you're lonely because I you know what I'm saying, like, I know this from experience, and you know, obviously everybody's gonna have a different take because loneliness comes in different forms, but I'm like, you're lonely because you don't have nothing within yourself that makes you feel like you can just be comfortable. You can just sit in silence and just be like,
I'm okay.
cool. You know what I'm saying? Because that comes in self. If you're uncomfortable just sitting by yourself, yeah, you're going to feel lonely because now you feel like you have to be around other people to have some sort of fulfillment. When really all you need is yourself. You don't even need anybody else to contribute to your fulfillment. You don't need anybody. Like, everybody gets lonely. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're social creatures. But at the end of the day, you should be able to see yourself in the mirror and be like, all right, bet. What am I doing today? Not what are we doing today? What am I doing today? What have I done for myself today? How am I feeling today? You know what I'm saying? A lot of us get trapped on that. What's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? When they should really be thinking about how they're feeling as an individual. How, you know what I'm saying? What's going on with them as an individual. And that really takes away from that feeling of general unhappiness and that feeling of loneliness. You know what I'm saying? Like, it helps build you up to feel like you've got something going on when you feel like you can count on yourself to feel good, you know?
I think the quarantine really, like, it forced us to, like, sit by ourselves for a little bit. Like,
Oh, yeah.
a lot of people had a lot of mental health reflections during that time. It was a lot going on.
Yo, I didn't learn how to
When
be
you're
comfortable
forced
by
to
myself
spend that time
until,
by yourself.
yeah. No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
No, yeah. Like you said, when you're forced to spend that time by yourself, you're forced to figure out how to be comfortable with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to have to be around people 24/7 before quarantine happened. And now I'm like, I don't even want to see nobody. I want to see somebody, you know, I want to go see somebody maybe once or twice a week, but really not even. Like, I really like to just, me and Izzy, that's cool. That's perfect. But before quarantine, I used to have to, you know what I'm saying, on a regular day. If this was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, y'all would see 4 or 5 people just lingering in the back, just hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the type of person that I was. I needed to be around so many people just to be comfortable, just to thrive as an individual. And the quarantine really helped me see that. No, the fuck I don't. And it did that for a lot of people, and it's beautiful because a lot of us are blossoming as individuals. A lot of us are really blooming, you know what I'm saying, as the people that we should be for ourselves, not for the general population. It's beautiful.
I agree with that.
It's
You
beautiful.
gotta minimize your distractions.
Yeah.
Sometimes you cannot see what's happening in yourself when you have so many people around you. And especially if you're the type of person that, like, you look at the people around you and you genuinely care, you want to help. You're invested in what they got going on while they're there. You haven't even taken the time to really reflect on what's going on inside yourself and get that in itself figured out. I love to be by myself. Quarantine was the greatest thing that ever happened. I was like,
Patty said, yes, yes.
yeah,
I
hey,
was just
Ur-
upset about my concerts, but
yeah, that's that. Cause I'll go out. I'll take vacations by myself. That's cool. I'll be out there on the whole vacation.
I love that.
Yeah.
But like even
I haven't done that yet.
I sit in Discord and I be in a whole. Today I said 24/7 lo-fi by myself. On my phone. Like, this is, you have to take those times sometimes to just self-reflect and look at what's going on with you. What is your game plan? You can't focus on what you want to do with your career and your moves when you listen to everybody else's game plan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta make your shit first so you can present something at the table. And sometimes you don't need to have every brainstorming session with everybody around.
No, please don't. Chat, bro, please. I beg of you, do not have a brainstorm session with more than one person around. And if that one person isn't God or your loved one, you're doing something wrong. Because
No.
or somebody you trust. You know what I'm saying? Because I can talk stuff with everybody here because none of these people do the same things that I do. So I can talk ideas with y'all all day long because I know for a fact y'all not about to go and buy a sewing machine to go steal all my ideas. Come on now, I know that's not going on. You don't know what the fuck these other people got going on, so don't go talking about your ideas and shit like that. It's one thing to brainstorm and like, you know what I'm saying, come to somebody with a complete idea that's already there and get their opinion. Don't brainstorm some shit that you don't already have, like solid, something that you can grasp and hold, because if it gets stolen, there's nothing you can do and you will be pissed, and there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing you can do. It's nothing you can do. You know what I'm saying?
Don't block your own blessings.
Do not block your own blessings. Don't. It's so many things. Petty, sorry.
Oh, I say you can't sit at the table with people who do the same thing that you do and
Yeah.
think you not. When y'all talking, y'all not exchanging bits of information. Every time somebody open their mouth, you're like, "That's a cool tip. That's a cool trade." You will fuck around and open your mouth up and lay out the schematics to a mansion and for these niggas to go build.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're sitting here wondering how he's sitting in the house with the exact floor plans that you made out.
All four of y'all got the same house.
Why your bathroom slightly to the left? Shit,
This
man,
looks familiar.
Real shit. Real shit.
on the show.
Man.
I need the details.
Real shit. Let me take a quick second to address the chat. What's good? Dank, Happy Meal, Far Starfish, Any. I see you guys. I appreciate you guys for coming through. We are on episode 7 of Big Irk Small Talks. Currently talking about celebrity culture. We really talking about a lot of everything. But right now we're currently talking more mental health, keeping your ideas to yourself, knowing, you know what I'm saying, how to place worth in yourself more than you place worth in the others around you. You know what I'm saying? Because before you wake up in the morning and tell anybody else, you know what I'm saying, anything positive, make sure you're telling yourself something positive. Please. Far Starfish says, "Hey Irk and Petty, what's good, Star? I hope your stream was going amazing earlier. I see you've been kicking ass. You've been doing a lot of long streams. I love that for you." Happy Meal said,
The boy Star, he been out there hitting the streams looking good, bro.
I believe it's she, but Star, correct me if I'm wrong, because I thought you said that it was she, but I don't want to be wrong.
But I thought I couldn't be fucking.
And I just, when you said that, I want to make sure I'm not wrong, because I might have been addressing it wrong too. So I'm like, I can't, you know, that was a good time. Yeah, correct one of us, please. Neither of us will be offended.
No enjoyment every time. Your fucking streams are looking fucking fantastic, and I I just vibing.
Always a vibe. Visaya, I see you, bro. Hold on. I'm boosting it up. Smallest brain cell is struggling, but I'm here. We appreciate you. I just want to say thank you and Petty for coming by. Much appreciated. Yo, Star, anytime. It's always going to be love. Always.
Your next question is pretty good.
Yeah, I was just about to read that. Human Happy Meal says, "What do y'all think about the fact that people basically worship celebrities? I personally feel that putting them up on a pedestal is not how things should be, but what's your opinion?" I agree. I think that celebrities do not deserve a pedestal unless they do some shit that really, like, you know what I'm saying? If you go out and donate $1 million to build you know what I'm saying, a school for people, for kids who can't afford, you know what I'm saying, school to go to free, and like you got free lunches and shit like that, okay, you deserve a little bit of a pedestal. I'll give you a soapbox to go ahead and preach on. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But if you just made a good song, you just made some good art, you don't deserve a pedestal, bro. What? There's people making good art who just didn't have the same. There's people every day making something better than a celebrity. Somebody new made something right now that was so hot, but they don't have the platform and they don't have the money, they don't have the resources to make it as hot as it should be. They deserve, you know what I'm saying? They can't get that pedestal. So no, you shouldn't get a pedestal just because you had the money or the resources or the platform. You may have struggled just as hard as they're about to struggle, but that doesn't mean you get a platform. I mean, that doesn't mean you get a pedestal. That means that you get a high five. You get a great job. You did your thing. But if you're not out here, you know what I'm saying, doing something for generations to benefit from, or from, you know what I'm saying, everybody to gain something from, nah, you don't get a pedestal. I don't think that's a thing. Celebrities don't deserve that. They're regular people too. We were saying that earlier.
Yeah.
can be detrimental to their health. You
Yeah.
taking somebody who's in an intensely, we said this last week about Kanye. Like, you taking somebody who's in an intensely vulnerable position, and because they're basically a cash cow, somebody who you can make a lot of money on, you're putting them under supreme X amounts of pressure, and we're expecting anything other than destruction that we can profit from.
Exactly.
Like Justin Bieber and Drake here. Like everyone thinks they're all. Like Canadians go crazy for Drake and Justin Bieber.
Justin
Like,
Bieber's
they're-
Canadian? That's crazy. I don't know why I didn't know that.
Justin
You didn't know that?
I probably did, but I forgot Justin Bieber was a person.
Bieber, I-
You Canadian
It's like-
boy.
He's from where I am too. Like it's a
Justin
funny
Bieber.
thing that- but like he's an asshole though. Like,
Oh yeah, Justin Bieber's a terrible person.
Yeah, and then, like,
He's a
then
pretty
does
terrible person.
does this partnership with this fucking this like really like big Canadian based coffee fucking place, Tim Hortons. Now there's like Tim Biebs, like there's like Justin Bieber fucking donuts kind of thing, and there was like merch, and like people were like overselling the price of it because it's just Justin Bieber, just as something of Justin Bieber. And I'm just like, yo, what? Like it's just Justin Bieber. Like what is so like
Oh my
Relax.
god.
What?
Justin
Yeah,
Bieber,
like-
dude.
Drake's the same way. I'm like, why does everyone love Drake? Like I literally hate Drake. Like I'm from Canada and I don't even like Drake. Like he tries to put into Toronto and whatever. He gave us a cool fucking venue, whatnot. But like, I still don't like him. Thanks for the cool venue though, because it's fucking sick. But like, I still don't like you. Like, you know,
Drake?
everyone wants to-
The child
Yeah.
predator? The one who was flirting with Millie? Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know
Hmm.
why everyone's like,
Culture vulture, Drake? Hmm.
and there's better artists.
But that's all I'll say about Drake today. That's all I'll say about Drake today.
Without all 18 shots out of your Glock.
Cause y'all know how I feel about Drake.
Favorite
And
right there.
gun pocket.
But there's so many like other artists. There's like Party Next Door. You don't hear anything about him. You don't hear anything
Yes,
about the
because of Drake. Because of Drake.
Yep. The
Because of Drake.
Weeknd- But the Weeknd's popping out. I'll give it out to the Weeknd. Like I'm glad he kind of just separated himself and he popped
Yeah.
up on his own. Like,
The Weeknd was
Mhm.
smart. He didn't. The thing
Yeah.
with the other artists were, and I hated for him, they gave up. Them niggas said Drake fucked me in the ass, and they just sat down on their freshly fucked ass and was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? The Weeknd said, damn, Drake fucked me in the ass, but guess what?
fuck yeah,
You know what I'm
making my
saying?
own brand. I'm making
Yeah.
EXO.
Yeah.
So nice of them. He has his own fucking thing,
Exactly.
Just like how Drake has OVO. kind of thing,
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
know?
Exactly.
He had to do that.
Exact same thing. And
You have
I
to-
would rather go on EXO. I would rather pick EXO than OVO any other day.
Real
Like,
shit.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather support The Weeknd and Nav and all them. And there's so
Yes.
many underground artists on EXO and like.
Happy Meal. Nah, listen. Happy Meal. Drake is the worst, bro. He signed all of these rappers and then he stole their styles and then he threw them in the trash, bro. He really did. He
Yeah.
threw them in the trash and he said, "Fend for yourself."
They made True Love and that was it. They made True Love
Yeah.
and then that was their hit song and then they had beef and then I don't know
Yeah.
what happened after that. They
He
just
said, "Fuck
pretty
my
much-
artists. They're pieces of
yeah,
shit."
they just
Basically.
pretty much went-
That's
Right.
me. Drake.
Drake.
Ew. But I will say I'm the worst when it comes to Nicki, okay? I'm the worst. Because
Oh my God.
Nicki is so fire, but the bitch is terrible. She's a terrible person. Yo, Nicki is probably one of the worst celebrities in the world. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I love me some Nicki and I hate it. Like, I hate it. I'm like, when I hate it. I really do. But Nicki is terrible. Like, yo, Nicki Minaj is like like she's like literally the worst. She's so terrible. She's literally in love with a rapist and like stands by him. Like she's cool with it. I don't even know if there's more to say. Like there's more obviously, but like that's
They're still together. I thought she did a divorce. I didn't know they were still
nah.
together.
What? No,
Yeah.
they got a baby.
After
A sexual predator.
did it, I kind of
Yeah.
just like,
That's
I'm
what it
cool.
was. Yeah, bro. She's a
I'm cool,
bro.
love you, I no longer care, and I just kind of checked out on her. So I'm like,
Oh yeah, she did support 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine. Yeah. Oh, her brother's a pedophile too. See, bro, Nicki Minaj is honestly just Toker. Blah, blah, blah. Nicki Minaj is honestly one of the worst celebrities ever, bro. She really is. She has no regard for anybody like but herself, which I understand as a black woman. Everything is pitted against you. She feels she has a certain obligation to be that tough and be that coarse of a human being. But bro, like, to the extent that her fans treat people, you know what I'm saying? Like the things that she does to perpetuate violence against people, like the way she talks about people, Nicki is like unfounded. Like, bro.
You just got like Cardi B and then
Going on.
Cardi B said she drugs men and steals
not-
from their wallets, and I was like, I'll never listen to any Cardi B ever again, and I didn't. I was like, that's enough.
It got weird.
Yeah, it got weird.
After a while.
It got weird.
yeah,
It
I
got
don't
weird.
know.
What Offset say? Y'all won.
We're-
Y'all won. I'll let Cardi have it, bro. Cardi's crazy. Cardi's crazy. She's a lunatic, bro. That's why I don't even want to talk about Cardi, because I feel like she fuck around pop up. Like, you said what?
Hello.
"Get beat by tomorrow."
Like nothing. Toker,
Can we
it's
just
all
talk
love,
about
bro.
Rihanna being pregnant? I just think that's so cute. Then you just got Rihanna. That's just out of the problematic world, and just with ASAP Rocky, you know. Just living
No,
the
we
dream.
can't talk about that. Why are you talking about it like it's a beautiful thing? ASAP Rocky? ASAP Rocky
Rihanna, though.
over me?
Why?
Bro,
lied.
I just
Why? You know, like, the most unproblematic people I know be
I just
unproblematic.
can't. Nah, ASAP Rocky though, the nigga is a colorist.
We don't. There's no one like we don't really talk about. Everyone is actually like
Yeah,
supporting Rihanna. You know.
I love
Like,
Rihanna.
everyone's just gonna love Rihanna.
She
like,
can do
it's
no
not-
wrong.
Rihanna
Yeah,
can do
it's
no
so
wrong. She can't do no
Exactly.
wrong.
It just keeps getting better.
It just gets better. Everything she does is better than the last, bro. It's what can't Rihanna do? That's why I'm like, no way you with this skinny neck ass colorist ass nigga, bro. Are you for real? For real?
Oh, that pretty man right there. You know, let Lord Pretty Joe.
Yeah, yeah,
He's a bro.
I love ASAP. I love ASAP. Like,
We can beef about it. We can beef about it. We can beef about it. I'm hating all the way. ASAP Rocky over me. I'm not a colorist. Come on now, it's cool. When I get some money, we gonna see. We gonna see. When I get some money and she find out how he really is, it's gonna be me. It's gonna be me, Izzy, and Rihanna. Y'all gonna see.
Ooh,
Yep.
Erica shooting his shot.
That's the only other shot I need. Rihanna or Megan Thee Stallion. I'll be good. I'll be happy. I'll be happy. You know. But man, nah, I am happy for her though, because she for a while was dealing with a lot of shitty relationships and just was bouncing from relationship to relationship. So it is good that she found somebody that she could settle down with and have a child with, because Rihanna is actually one of the few celebrities in the world, like one of the few black women celebrities that is really building something that so many people are actually like benefiting from. Like, she supports so many like black women, like black models. She supports a lot of people, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she makes sure a lot of people get the opportunity to eat, you know what I'm saying, and sit at her table. So I think that Rihanna is probably one of the few good celebrities out there that is like actually like doing the damn thing, you know. Shout out to Fenty. You know. That's not sponsored, Chad. I just want Rihanna to notice me. That's the only celebrity in the world I want to notice me. Yo, Yo, I'm telling you, the pervert in me was really mad that Zendaya was like, I'm not trying to be naked, because I'm like, damn it. Part of me was here for that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, damn, like that is actually a good topic to bring up though.
Mm.
I think when Sydney Sweeney was talking about how how she gets so little respect for, you know what I'm saying? Because Sydney Sweeney is one of the best white female actresses that like of her generation. Like honestly, like Sydney Sweeney can do so many different roles. The way that she acts and the way she turns her emotions on and off, like the way she flips that switch to different emotions is really unbelievable. And the way that she gets treated because she chooses to do riskier roles, like, you know what I'm saying, like getting naked on screen and stuff like that, it's pretty fucked up. Like when she was talking about it, I saw a lot of like, I be on Facebook now, you know what I'm saying? Don't beat me up. I'm a Facebook guy now. So I be on Facebook, and then all the comments, people, a lot of the men were, oh, it's not true that, you know what I'm saying, like we're looking at her any different. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not true that she's getting treated different because, you know what I'm saying, like she gets naked over the men that get naked. And I'm like,
How you gonna tell her?
yeah, how can you tell her, you know what I'm saying, her perspective? And it makes me wonder, like, you know what I'm saying, like are women celebrities treated with the same, are they given the same pedestal height as men celebrities are? Like, do they get the same type of pedestal that men get as celebrities? Do y'all think?
No. I feel like I see women get heavily critiqued in a way I would never see most male like celebrities critiqued.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
And that in itself just shows like, and they don't get nearly half the respect for half the critique they face.
Facts.
And that's the thing, and that's a lot of like female like actresses like don't like Kat that like got her lines all cut basically.
Yeah.
That's why we didn't
Seen
really,
that.
because apparently she got in like an argument with the director and shit like that. So I guess the director got mad and just cut off all the lines.
That perverted
Wow.
ass nigga.
And that's what I'm saying. Like it's just like yeah, like I feel like females like there's a lot of like fucked up shit with like with females in the TV and like movie industry too. Like
Yeah.
it's not just Euphoria. There's like just like a lot of shit. But like yeah, it's like it's just I feel like I don't know, like if you're like if they're uncomfortable, like you should just respect it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I think it's
some-
always gonna be harder for women to get
Yeah.
the respect that they deserve
But
in
yeah,
any
in
and,
general.
and maybe
Yeah.
hire someone else that actually is fit for that category too. Maybe like you know that
Yo,
don't care to
facts.
be like nudity. Like there's
Yeah.
there's obviously some females that don't really care, but like they want to show their bodies off.
Right.
you know,
They're
there's,
comfortable
like-
with that.
But
Mhm.
Cindy does like she sometimes like to do that
Cigarette?
too. So I'm not saying that she doesn't do it, but like
They done hit it twice or 3 times.
Ew.
Yeah, hit her finger top left side corner.
Mark's not judging you.
I'm judging you.
I'm not judging you. I smoke cigarettes.
Ew, I did see your cigarette. I didn't say nothing because we was vibed out. I didn't want to attack you one-on-one. So, you know what I'm saying? But I was judging you too. I seen it. I was like, ew, a cigarette. But nah. I always gotta judge the homies for the cigarettes, chat. You know what I'm saying? It's all love always, but you know. That's how people got me to stop smoking cigarettes was the comments.
To stop it, but I've been
Watch.
for smoking weed in my family for several years now, and it ain't stopped me.
Yeah, but weed is lit. Cigarettes are bad. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Cigarettes, stinky. Weed is.
Saying my shield to judgment is thick.
She said no. It's not piercing this. It's not piercing.
I don't smoke. Yeah. I don't
But CSJ, you were talking about Amanda Bynes before we got started. Did you want to?
Oh,
Speak
yeah.
more to that?
So there's I didn't know she had a conservatorship thing going on because she kind of just fell off on the face of earth. Like
Yeah, facts.
I was like, yo, what happened to her? But I watched this YouTuber. I don't know how to say his name. I don't even know. But he just like talks about all these like celebrity drama or like conspiracies or like the shit that's happening and stuff like that. So he made a video about Amanda Bynes and like I guess she made like a new Instagram video, but it like a lot of people are saying that like the video looked like it was like hostage kind of looking thing, like looked like she like was forced to make the video. You know how like
Oh,
Britney
I'm about to go
Spears,
look that
like,
up.
It's me going to my phone immediately.
Mhm.
right.
So
Free Amanda.
Got it. Yes,
So-
free Amanda Bynes. I love these.
Yeah.
videos.
So like with back when Britney Spears with like with her Instagram, like she was kind of forced kind of thing, like people in her comments were like, oh, wear something yellow to if you're hurting or something like that, or like if you're in danger.
And she wore
And the
yellow.
next, yeah, in the next video she wore yellow. So it was
Ooh.
just like, it's just like that kind of shit. So that's what I always think of when it comes to that stuff. But the Vanna Vines video, she was just like, I have court in 2 weeks, and like that's basically it. But like it was like weird, like.
Yeah, it got taken down. I can't find it. I was trying to play it for y'all in the chat.
I can post a YouTube link because he
Yeah.
like he has the video.
Yeah,
He
post a
goes
link in
back
the chat
to
for me.
the-
I'll throw that right up.
Because I was like, only thing up right now is entertainment tonight, and I don't trust ET for shit.
Nah, fuck that. This guy, he knows his source. Like he like even does all the Britney Spears stuff too. Like he's crazy with it. Like I know this is off topic, but like Jamie Lynn Spears, like in like the Zoe 101 show, like
Yeah.
I guess she talked about that in her book too. And Alexa, her name's Alexa, like her actress name. Oh, okay.
Can y'all see it?
Amanda Bynes is back on social media and she has a lot to say. If you did
Baby,
Yep.
that one that got face bro.
Right?
Yeah, y'all didn't see that?
Nah.
No.
She was spiraling.
But thankfully, she's
Definitely
got a
spiraling. That
court
joint big as
hearing
shit.
This month to hopefully terminate her conservatorship. So let's talk about this new Instagram page because she just created this Instagram. It's growing very quickly. It's got 31,000 followers. I would say about an hour ago it had 20,000. So I'm sure by the morning when this is posted, it will have even more followers. But she has been posting on this page, and I want to go through some of her.
Yeah, I missed it
posts
2 days ago.
Some people are concerned, some people are happy. I mean, she hasn't been on social media
looks
in
so
a
different.
while.
Yeah,
which
she
we will
does.
review some of her other accounts in a few moments, but let's go ahead and jump into the new content. So Amanda made this post on her Instagram, her first post on her new Instagram, and she's going to briefly talk about her upcoming court date. She tagged a couple publications in the caption, and it looks like the comments have been turned off.
She said y'all gonna see this.
Amanda Bynes here. My court date is coming up in 2 weeks. I want to thank you all so much for your love and support. Peace out.
What? She look like a robot. She definitely needs help.
Okay, Amanda looks great. She looks great.
Looks different.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, okay, I think this video is great. I'm excited to see it. She's bringing up the court date. She's, talking about her freedom. We love to hear it. But some people said they felt like this video looked like a hostage video. I mean, that's kind of like, jumping the gun for me. But it's interesting to see her here because I feel like every time I see her, she looks a little bit, different. Now, here's another post that she made on her Instagram. And it looks like she tagged her fiance, who we will look at Paul's page in a moment. But it's a photo of their feet outside.
Paul.
I'm guessing that maybe because she's getting closer to freedom, they're giving her, the ability to go and use social media because it's kind of random how she just created this account and now she's posting so much. It's like, where did that come from? Also note that Paul looks like he's wearing some type of ring. I don't think men, if you're in a straight relationship, I don't think, the men wear any rings for engagement. Maybe it's a promise ring or something, but it looks like a marriage ring in my opinion. Look at his ring. Do you see that? Kind of looks like a marriage ring, but I
He
don't
said
think
a
the man
straight
does have married
relationship.
ones. I'm not trying to
I
push
just
that,
beeped
I
that.
noticed it. So this is how I know the first video we saw
Maybe
was
I'm straight,
older
don't even
because
know how it
here
works,
she's
you know?
talking about how she's
I
removing
don't.
her tattoo.
He said y'all asses ain't
Tattoo
romantic.
removal process. And it's interesting, we don't have a great timeline of when these videos could have been created because that first video she had some ombre hair. And she had the tattoo, and here the tattoo's clearly a lot lighter. Let's go ahead and roll the clip.
I'm on the camera like shit.
I don't know if she's gonna speak in it. It looks like she's just
She
showing
get her
off the
tattoo
tattoo
removed?
removal,
Mhm.
which is honestly like a lot of people like are bothered by her face tattoo, which I understand. Like society can be judgmental about face tattoos, so it's kind of cool that she is like, I don't know. It seems like Amanda's like taking charge of her life again, and if removing this tattoo is going to make her feel like better, you know, then so be it. But I don't think we should ever, you know, judge someone with face tattoos. But I don't think that maybe Amanda was in the best, like, you know, mindset when getting this like heart on her face, because the heart itself is not even very like symmetrical. It's kind of like a odd shape. Now this is one of the weirdest posts. So she posted a video of, I believe this is her fiance, like in a commercial video shoot for an urgent care. Let's go ahead and look at her fiance's page. Here's
He said, "I'm
Paul's
confused."
Page. This is Amanda's
I am.
fiance, supposedly, maybe husband, I don't know. But he did post a photo of him and Amanda together, and this was posted January 31st. And if you look here, it looks like she doesn't have the ombre grade hair, so we could assume that I don't know, wait, that's so weird to me. I don't understand the ombre, because this isn't adding up. In this video, she says that her court date's 2 weeks away, which would be like right about now, right? Maybe like 2 days ago. And then in this other video, she's got the tattoo like slightly removed. I don't know, do you guys see what I'm saying? Like there's some like I wish I could like articulate it better, but there's something here where I'm like, the timeline is like so off. Anyways, let's watch this commercial with her man's Paul, and it's for this
said-
urgent care.
Anyways, you can't drop no info on me like that.
Right.
Okay, the audio isn't that great here, but pretty much he's just like reading off some script for the urgent care. Interesting. I mean, at least he's working. I didn't know he was like an actor or a commercial actor or anything like that, but
He said, "At least he's working."
He looks pretty healthy too. I believe they met in AA meetings. Don't quote me on that. They met in some type of like maybe transitional housing. I'm not exactly sure, but they both look great, and if they're happy together, then good for them. Now let's look at Amanda's latest post. She wrote, "Bye bye ombre hair." Which again, so now we're acknowledging that the hair is no longer ombre, and then like here she doesn't have the tattoo removed at all. So this one I'm assuming was filmed after the one with the gray hair.
It's like somebody
before
else
the
using
one
her
where she started getting
Instagram.
The tattoo removed. Like,
For
isn't
real.
it so?
They're
Am I
not
lagging?
in order
Isn't that
at
so
all.
weird?
At
though?
all.
Like I don't know. It reminds me of how Britney Spears and how her images and videos like never really line up timeline wise. So
That's
I
what I
kind
was
of I'm
talking
getting a little
about.
bit of that from Amanda's situation as well. Also, if you look at her page, you'll see there's this statement in her bio where she writes, "Check back for updates on new fragrance." So it looks like she is working on some type of fragrance situation. Also, just taking a peek at her followers, it looks like she's got Paul, who she follows, and she also, she follows her lawyer, David, which is
Requested.
interesting. So maybe they have a close relationship. He does happen to speak about her quite often to the media and all of that. So it's interesting to see who she has followed. But let's briefly talk about her social media history, because she has a bunch of different social media accounts. It's actually pretty hard to keep track. Here's her Twitter page. She's got 2.5 million followers, and she hasn't posted since September 2019. So a very long time. I don't know who has this account. Let's see if there's any likes, because maybe there are some likes from more recently. No, September 2019. Doesn't look like she's been on this account since September 2019. So
Followed by
let's
free
she
Amanda
shared an
Bynes.
Instagram account, and let's go ahead and look at this Instagram account. because
Dude,
she was using
the
that
internet
at
is
some point.
hilarious.
This was Amanda's Instagram account at some point. Amanda Bynes Real. And at one point it did have like posts and a bunch of other things. It's got 36,000 followers. And who's it following?
Interesting.
looks like it's following the school that she went to. I don't know if she's currently at this school. I'm pretty sure she graduated.
Oh, he is all in her
from
follower list?
Bidham.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
he's
so
going
They
through
call
it.
At first, I thought it was
He is a
FDIM.
huge
It's actually
searcher, like, my
Bidham.
best friend
That's
was
like what the
loving it.
locals and
He
students
going
call it.
through
But
it.
this was her page, so it's interesting that she's creating like new pages, but
He just
it
got like
seems
8
we're
followers.
new
He lit.
beginnings. But I'm definitely going to be keeping a close eye on this situation because something like I feel like her team wants to avoid a whole like Free Britney movement because there is a Free Amanda movement. It's not as big as Free Britney, but they want to avoid this, and maybe we'll get clues from her social media. Maybe she's totally fine and normal, but this whole like timeline where we've got like the ombre hair, then we've got like the tattoo gone, then we've got the tattoo here, like there's something like there's a timeline that's like
It's not making
right
sense.
here. Even in this picture of their feet, like
Not
she's
at
got
all.
black hair coming down, so it wouldn't have been around this ombre, you know, hair color time. And I've seen some of you guys on Twitter saying like you're concerned, you're worried, like these videos seem like they're forced, and who really knows? But we're gonna be keeping a very close eye on the situation. I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. What do you think about
He look
Amanda's
high as
recent
hell.
post?
Maybe she just don't understand social media. It looks like somebody else is posting for her, but it also looks like she just doesn't understand like how to
That may be it.
like it looks like she
Police
just
does
doesn't
not
get
know
it.
what's going on.
Like it looks like she's genuinely like just like doing stuff, like just posting shit like a spam account. But that's like you said, the timelines don't make sense. So like that's what makes me feel like, you know what I'm saying, like somebody else is posting on an account, or you know what I'm saying, like maybe that's a fan account, or like that wouldn't be a fan account. Those are personal videos.
Yeah, because the pictures.
Celebrities.
Strikes me as like somebody
through a
who
lot.
hasn't been on social media in years, and we're so used to celebrities being polished.
Yeah.
You know, like, and posting the perfect like Instagram story every time. Like even
Mhm.
Irk said, some all up in the camera like shit. Some of those could have been pre-recorded. Some of those could have just been things she took over the years, or like had over the span because she knew she was coming back.
Yeah.
And just ain't quite figured it out yet. Is it weird? Yes.
Weird as fuck. Like looking at that shit like, huh?
My question is, do y'all think y'all would be able to handle fame?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. I get low
Think
doses
that
of fame all the time. It's pretty lit. So I know I can handle it because
Yeah.
that's what I was built for. I was built for fame. Like I regard all of this, like what I do with Twitch and stuff, as like a little sidebar for me. Like this is a side quest in what I really got going on, like in my real life. You know what I'm saying? Like this just happened to randomly blew up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I mean by that like little doses of fame. Like, cause fame isn't really anything but a bunch of people paying you attention. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really all fame is. And at a lot of points in my life, you know what I'm saying? Like when I first started making music in Philly, like I was always on the scene. Like I was always going to show. Like I was performing a lot. Like I got hundreds and thousands of videos of me performing, like doing this, that, and the third, going to this place, going to that place. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people in Philly know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Just off my music or my videos. Like I've always had little doses of that just because of my personality. But you know what I'm saying? Like on a grand scheme, I'm gonna definitely be more reserved. Like now, like I can be as, like I can spread myself out because it's only a few people who seek my attention like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that many people, but when it becomes like now I got millions of followers and woo woo, yeah, like that's gonna be a lot. But I'm ready for it because it's what I was built for. Like I said, you know, this was all in the plans for me. I feel like.
It's in the stars.
Yeah, like it's in the stars. I got my uncle who passed, not the same uncle who gave me all of the stuff that I have. Like one of my uncles, he played for the Lakers. He had passed last year, but he like, you know what I'm saying, he does big stuff. I got another uncle who like, he's like a crazy painter, and like he like plays like violin, I think, and like he does shit like that. And my grandma, like she's got a mural, you know what I'm saying, in Philly. Like her face is on the side of like a building in Philly. Like, you know what I'm saying, like my family kind of does that. Like my dad used to be in a band, you know what I'm saying, like on both sides of my family, like we kind of do that, like quote unquote fame stuff. So it's kind of ordinary to me. Like I'm ready for that shit. It's kind of regular, you know. So I actually
definitely
can't wait.
would not be able to handle that.
It's a lot.
People all up in my business all the time, 24/7.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
it's a lot. It's a
I
lot.
feel like it's like taking small town mentality and like amplifying it. It seems like you don't go anywhere. People know everything about everyone here.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's part of the reason I
It's
say
like
it.
my, it's like my town. Everyone knows who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
You such
And
a
like everyone's so on my ass, and I'm like, yo, I'm just living my life. I don't have to be here, but like I'm just born and raised here. Like I can't go anywhere else.
Real shit.
Now I can, but I'm just waiting to. It's not a good time to leave, but like
Yeah,
I
bad
feel like
timing though.
yeah, I feel it. But like here, fame, like in Canada, like I would have to move to states. That's
Word.
why all these like if there's a guy actually Freddie Dredd, he's TikTok kind of famous. He used to have that TikTok song. It was like Pumpkins or something with Savage Gas. No, that GT the what's that TikTok sound?
I hate when I'm trying to remember something on the spot. It never comes to me.
and we done
It's,
smoked
Yeah.
We're not helping ourselves.
Nah,
He's
not
like-
at all.
It's like, what the fuck is that, Freddy? And everyone's pretending to shoot a gun or something. I don't know what the fuck it is, but like, he's literally from my town. Like, it's fucking weird. Like, he's literally, and he's famous just from TikTok because of this song. Because of that fucking. Oh, he has a couple of famous like TikTok songs. But like. Yeah, it's like weird though. Like he's just like, and the weirdest thing, like I didn't even know he was from here for one. And I was just like, okay, who the hell's Freddie Dredd? What's the big old hype about him? Like why is
Yeah.
his sound on TikTok like trending? And he's literally from my town.
Damn. That nigga could have been your neighbor.
That's literally what I'm saying. Like,
Elementary together.
Right.
oh, the one of the sounds is damn son. You think something? It's like Freddie, can I get a? I don't even know. Some like weird ass song. But like, he's literally like 10 mil famous, like 10 mil views on his fucking video. Like,
Word.
it was just he's from here, but now like he lives out. He goes out to LA and shit like that. Like, he's certified and like all that shit. Like, but he's literally like. He just literally a kid from here.
Regular ball.
And that's what I'm saying. Like Freddie Dredd is actually a nice dude. Like I've met some of his like when he first was like started doing all this rap. Like he has like an old ass video, and I guess that's one of like the editor. I guess I met one of his editors at a show.
Oh, that's fire.
He's just like, oh, he's like, oh, you know Freddie Dredd, and I'm like, yeah, I actually do. He's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, no, it's only because like I was like right, like I was like I met him like I was literally it was so weird how I met his like editor too. I was just like smoking a joint by myself in the corner because I didn't want anyone to be like, oh, smoking a joint, like.
Yeah, like let me hit that. Nah.
Like it's legal here, like you're allowed to smoke it, and I was like, I don't want anyone like being. Oh, it smells like weed, and
Oh, wait.
like, I'm a respectful smoker, so
Yeah.
I'll try to get out of the way. Like
See, I'll
but
move
I'm allowed
over.
to smoke. Yeah, but
Yeah.
like I'm allowed to smoke. So like, but anyway, so. He came up to me, like I didn't even go up to him. Like I kind of overheard him talking about Freddie Dredd, so I was like, oh, these guys have Freddie Dredd in my head. So whatever, they come up to me and he's like, oh, this is where all the cool people are smoking. I was like, nah, I'm just smoking like a joint time before the show or whatever. And then he's just like, we just started talking, and I was just like, oh, so you know Freddie Dredd? He's like, how do you know Freddie? And then we just started talking and stuff, and he like gave me the loads about Freddie and stuff like that. I'm not gonna
Word.
say it.
So
But, like,
yeah,
it was
gave
cool,
up some
though.
info.
Like, it was kind of cool, like that, like he's like famous, like, and I was just like, yeah, I'm just like, he kind of just blew the hell up.
I think a lot of the time when you see people that come from your like where you're from, it gives the people from where you're from. I think it gives them a lot of hope. Like we can make it out of where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot
Some
of
of the
pride when it comes to that.
A
and to
lot.
say there's a lot of streamers. There's a lot of streamers out where I am too, like and like all around Canada. I'm not just gonna say, but like even in my little town where I am, like there's a lot of little small streamers and stuff like that. Like it's just not me either.
Yeah. I just recently found out it's a bunch of Philly streamers that are like really popular. I'm like, word, that's cool.
Like, tell me something.
Right.
Right.
Real shit.
Like, I'm here, been here.
Right. Where y'all motherfuckers been? Shit.
For real.
I don't know anyone that streams in town. I don't know. Other than
It's
like,
crazy. Well, shout out to Jordy. Too. Jordy's
actually, I lie. I met someone at a house party not too long ago. But she's military, so.
Oh, that's pretty cool. New friends.
yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of cool. Like, you don't really see. I don't really know a lot, but there's a lot of fucking Canadian streamers out here, man.
All right. Anybody got anything else they wanna bring up? Anything else they wanna talk about?
Well, I was gonna also maybe the death culture of like celebrities.
Say it one more time, please.
The death culture of like celebrities, like death celebrities.
Oh yeah, cause you don't never know what you missing until it's gone. Death culture
Yeah,
is
like,
death culture is rough, cause you.
like, but like there's like some fucked up shit behind the death though, like depending on who it is. So like.
Oh yeah, cause most of these.
artists,
Sorry.
But like there's like artists and stuff like that. There's like a lot of like low peep right now. There's like I guess a wrongful death going around right now with his management because he OD'd. But because no one like the person that like gave the drugs to Peep, I guess like the girl like she committed suicide because of all the hate and stuff like that because of Pete, like because everyone was just hating her for giving the drugs to Pete because he OD'd. So now like everyone's just like there's just so much like drama, and then there's like beef being brought up that like because he's dead, so like now there's like beef like with like different like groups in the underground and stuff like that, and like I don't know, just like, but it's just like a real like Rolling Stones even like making news articles about it and stuff. So it's like that's like it's like legit like, and no one's talking about Pete. Everyone's just normal and like, oh, if you listen to Little Peep, ooh, blah, blah, like they're just normalizing to listen to Peep, blah 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 blah. Oh, I support. There's like literally like kids like or teenager, I don't know how old they are, 19, like literally like trying to like have like that are literally like Peep. Like it's weird. Like it's just like kind of gross to me. Like it's just like, why don't you just? I get it. Like you can be a fan and normalize it and all that, but like do not try to get the same tattoos as him in the same spot. Like that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's like over the top.
The idolization.
Borderline. Yeah, that's like over. And that's what I'm meaning. Like I support Peep and I will forever love Peep. Like the people of Peep. Like, but I'm not gonna do any of that. Like,
Nah, none of it.
like I will wear like, and that's like with Nothing Nowhere. Even though he's alive and stuff, I'm not gonna still be like, like be all crazy. Like even if I meet him, I'm still gonna keep my cool because I've met artists and stuff like that. Like I'm not like that fan, and I've seen those kind of fans, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh,
I'd like to think it's like an idealization.
I'll
of,
do it, but like I'm not gonna do it. I'm like, oh my god, yeah, they're right there. Like, and then I'll keep my cool, you know? Like, I'm not gonna do it right in front of them and be all crazy. And, like, I've met all my favorite underground people I've seen. Like, I haven't met Nothing Nowhere yet. But I'm hoping this summer I meet him. I've seen him live though. He's amazing. But I've met like all my other people. Like, I listened to this one guy, Nothing Nowhere. 93 Feet of Smoke. He like guest listed me into a show, like,
Hey.
and like I've been listening to him since like 2016. So like we've like talked before, like on social media and stuff like that. So I think he remembered me from there, like from Twitter and stuff. So it's just like, yeah, yo, come. And then ever since then, like 2018, we've been like, he'll like DM me here and there. He'd be like, hey yo, like I'm checking in. Like he's like he's like another artist that like is really slept on too. A lot of people, like his ex tried to canceling him and stuff, but like that's another whole fucking thing. Like, but I will support 93 because he did make a huge did a whole Dropbox statement, and I know pretty much half of it. I'm not gonna like obviously go on and explain it all, but like it's not 93's fault at all. Like, he's the nicest guy. He's like so quiet. He's like so chill. Like, he wouldn't harm it. I could never see him harm anyone. Like, he even lost merch that night, and he didn't like go crazy or anything. He still went on tour and still. He's like, show must go on. I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
literally lost a full box of merch, and he didn't even go crazy. Like, you know, like some artists would probably lose their fucking mind.
Oh, I would lose
But,
it.
like, he was
Most
losing it. I'm not
definitely.
gonna say he probably wasn't, but like I remember because he tweeted about it, and like I DM'd him and I was like, man, what the hell? I would have like helped you find that merch. Like, what the fuck? Like, the venue that he was at though was kind of shit, and like kicked us out like right after they were done. So I was like, so it could have been like that kind of, I don't know, but like still, like, he's such a humble guy. Like, doesn't get the like, he should get the recognition that he should. But there's a lot of them. Like, it's not just not 93. There's like Shinigami. There's like a lot of them. But there's some artists that are like, that's what I'm saying. There's some artists that are actually like, and everyone tries to be like, oh, everyone tried to cancel 93 and be like, and a lot of people were like, oh, we're not gonna fuck with 93, but like, you're only hearing what his ex was saying and trying to cancel because cancel culture was popping off at the time, and Savage guy said something about someone, and then it's just like, you can't just try to.
I love cancel
someone
culture.
and then, yeah, it's just like,
I literally love cancel culture. I love the idea of going. I love cancel culture when somebody's wrong. Let's rephrase that. I don't like
Only when
cancel.
they're wrong.
Yeah, I like cancel culture when somebody's wrong.
that's right, and
Yeah.
that's what 93 did. He was just like,
Yeah.
nah, I ain't wrong, bitch. You did this all. You made me like this. This wasn't any. You want to fucking try to pull me down, I'm bringing it all out.
Yeah.
Like,
I love
he was
cancel
like,
culture.
he was
I
done
think
for
it really works.
He was done for it.
Look at the
He was
baby.
done. Like,
Look at the baby. The baby lost
That's
a great
insane.
deal of fans. He lost a lot of sponsorships because he lost his mind saying all this dumb shit. I love cancel culture. I think
idea that I
That's
just
what I'm
don't
saying.
want things messing things up, which we tend to do with a lot of things. And
Yeah.
that's what happens
Yeah.
with campaigns is a lot of times is like, good people, you can't make certain accusations and just be like, oh, my bad. That's not how those work.
Yeah, wrongful
But I'm sorry.
accusations are
When
not
they're
the
wrong,
way.
like you said, when they're wrong, oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, I love it. But when we're not right, and we are very much like
Yeah.
way off the mark,
You're fired, mudflap.
fuck somebody's life up for no reason.
Yeah.
Karen,
She said your mic sounds low.
my mic sounds super low. Possible. I could just be high and not talking loud. There's that too.
And but there's just a lot. But then you just have like all these good like X too. Like everyone still supporting him. But like actually, now that I'm bringing up X again, there's a lot.
It's true, Petty.
Uh,
I mean,
There's a lot
my bad,
of
Karen.
fucking what's it called?
Right, the wrong Petty.
His jail phone calls, like all of them, like apparently there's like a huge Google like fucking
Yo,
Google
Trap
Doc,
Baby.
and then fucking but it explains everything. Like it has all like the recordings of like of when he beat up his ex and all that stuff. Like there is a lot of shit, and I was just like, wow. So I'm hoping that like his documentary adds like some jail phone calls, because like it's already out there, my guy. Like it's
Yeah, like, I mean,
it's-
what more
He's
is
a
there to
fool
say?
in jail.
so many there's so many fucking phone calls he made in jail, like
I just don't know what more there is to say.
everything.
He was beating his bitch. He was beating up, bro. It's the same shit with Chris Brown, bro. He was a chronic beat people up, but the only thing that it was that when he died, he was trying to change his life. That's the only reason why he gets the different outlook than anybody else, because when he died, he was actually actively trying to make a change. But the nigga was beating everybody up, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like that was one of those deaths where it was like, damn, this is fucked up. But I see how we got here. I really see how we got here. Like, it was really fucked up, but I saw how we got there. It was very unfortunate, and it was fucked up, bro. Like, nobody deserves to go out like that. That man, bro, I remember, like, I vividly the pictures of that scene of his car being shot up to that much, bro. I remember that shit. That shit was fucked. But like I said, bro, when you're beating up the whole world, what do you think the world's gonna do? You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up. It's really fucked up, because like he ain't deserve to go out like that. He did, but to say you don't understand, you know what I'm saying? Not that you were saying that, CSJ, at all, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I saw a lot of people like just confused on how, like, you know what I'm saying, how he got to that point.
Like, what do you mean?
How
I mean,
many
that's what I'm
videos
saying.
did we have of him beating somebody up? You know what I'm saying? How many YouTube videos?
This idolization, like,
Yeah.
And I was gonna say this too to CSJ, like, I think I recognize this a whole lot, like in just like this last generation that came through. These guys idolized depression so much, and I looked at
Yes.
what
Yeah.
Jay Barnes said the other day, which is like, as a generation, we are so much more in touch with our feelings and recognizing the wrongs that were happened to us, and we want some sense of validation for it. And the people who did it to us are not in a place to give it to us. And so a lot of times what you find is there's a lot of these kids that are legit clinically depressed. Some of these kids are not depressed. Some of these kids are just clinging to what they feel is regular teenage angsty and not knowing how to deal with it. And it's very easy to misinterpret these things and fall into a wave of depression. And there was like this whole chase of clout in that sort of music where it was like that was the wave to be depressed. That was the thing to do.
Mhm.
I used to beef with my boyfriend's younger brother because I wake up every morning to that song, fucked up, and
Yes,
I'm sorry.
bruh.
I'm easily angered. When I wake up angry, you know, put me 15 steps back to my having a good attitude. You know, like, I can't start in that phase, but to me, that was like, it was crazy. He went to bed with this music playing in his ears all night. Like, it was this idea that it was like you were just idolizing depression because
Yeah.
it was what you were. And it was like, depression, as we all know, is one of those things. If you feed that beast and you allow yourself to wallow in it and you allow yourself to, like, really just fall into this pitless cycle with it, you'll fuck around and be stuck in that bitch real deep
Yeah.
trying to figure out how the fuck you dig up out that hole.
You gonna lose, and you ain't getting out.
Imagine being like a teenager who has no real concept of the world. You just know in pain, and you're idolizing pain, and you have no real concept of. And now you have kids who are idolizing these guys who died from terrible situations because they have no concept of understanding how this young man got here. When those of us who've been there, who have seen some shit, we like, nah, this was inevitable.
I think
Big
that's why
facts.
the suicide rates are up now.
Mhm.
Honestly.
Everybody
Within
feels so
that age
devastated.
range?
They all feel so devastated,
Yeah.
and they feel like there's no hope. Like when I was, you know what I'm saying, through that age range, there was a lot of hope in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot of, you know what I'm saying, people around me going, nah, like, you got this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can do it. Like, you can make it happen. And even with how big the mental health movement is now in 2022 and 2021, it's still such a big depression movement where people are really, like, actively enjoying feeding their beasts. And a lot of people are now suicide isn't something that everybody is looking down on. Now it's something a lot of people are praising, because now you get that release, you get that peace, instead of thinking of the things that you are missing out on. You know what I'm saying? All the forms of happiness that you are removing yourself from when you take such a permanent option. A lot of people don't think about that. They're just thinking about the peace that they get, or the peace from the pain that they're enduring, that, you know what I'm saying, pushes them over that edge. And there's a million people behind them who wouldn't jump over the edge, but are feeling that same way, pushing them to go ahead and make that jump. And it's hard to combat that, because the millions of people fighting for mental health, there's, you know what I'm saying, 2 million people fighting for depression. And it's like,
And it's like, if you felt that beast, why would you really champion that? And I don't understand
Friends.
that, the logic of, I'm gonna solely idolize pain, and I'm gonna sit myself in this position to consistently be in mental anguish and pain. And I used to it's to the point where you can see it in them that they're idolizing and championing for it, because you're giving them all the tools to get up out of it, and giving them all those words that really can help. And for some reason, it's still not connecting those dots, and you're watching them willfully just kind of throw them in the trash. And that's not to say that people who are not severely depressed don't do that, but there's a point in which you see somebody who is tired of hurting.
Yeah.
Everybody gets tired eventually,
yeah,
and eventually they pick something up. And I've watched it too many times where I'm watching people, they're not doing it. And Karen's right. Most people, aka rappers, don't know how to speak to positivity, and that's actually facts. Like, instead of somebody going, "Yo, why are we idolizing this depression wave? Let me speak some peace and positivity." They just fell into this. Let's keep doing it.
yeah,
There were 47 little peeps. There were 47 little X's, and it's like there are 1,000,001 good artists, like the one CSJ mentioned, who are not getting that same platform. They're not getting that same level of clout because they're choosing to not chase that same level of money. Or
Yeah.
because
focus on
money.
those things.
Exactly. Being a positive rapper is hard these days. Now everybody want to rap about depression and how angry they are, and you know what I'm saying, how much pain they can inflict on other people. And what was that? That song, that one, Eazy-E? No, not Eazy-E. The dude, he's like a Italian white rapper with the curl. What do you say, is he? Logic. No, not Logic. The other one, the tougher version of Logic.
Harlow? Jack Harlow?
No, Jack Harlow's cool. The tougher version of Logic. Black hair, little, huh? G-Eazy. I said Eazy-E. I meant G-Eazy. Him. He make that song about wanting to die, or was that Logic? Oh, that was Logic. Like, bro, what the fuck, bro? What? Like, bro, I'm not one to criticize how you try to speak to the youth, but my nigga, what the fuck was that? You know what I'm saying? You got kids singing that shit, bro. Kids singing that shit. Under 10. Really talking about they want to die, bro. How are you not thinking about the impact of these words, bro? I know that a lot of us want to speak on our pain. I'm an artist, rapper that speaks on my pain a lot, but you got to speak on the positivity too. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about the people that are listening to you and intaking the things that you say, because every person that I listen to, the things that they say resonate in me. They make me feel a certain way. They help move me as an individual. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you gotta assume that you're doing the same thing for the people who are listening to you. I assume that I'm doing the same thing for the people who are listening to me. And a lot of these artists don't think about that. They just think about the money that it's gonna make rapping or singing about this particular topic because it's trending or it's important to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
It's a catchy hook.
Yeah, it's a catchy hook, but you're not thinking about the cultural impact you're making on everybody, on everybody as a whole. It's fucked up, man. And that responsibility that celebrities have is a hefty one. And it's uncomfortable for them. Like, it's uncomfortable for them. And it's uncomfortable for us to realize that it's uncomfortable for them to have such a weight on their shoulders. But when you want to be that type of celebrity, you have to hold that weight, and you have to hold it seriously, because there's always going to be somebody following you as a celebrity, whether you're a small celebrity, a medium celebrity, or a big celebrity. Whether you got 1,000 people following you or 1,000,000 people following you, you always got to uphold some form of positivity, because there's always going to be somebody mimicking your actions. And like X and like Chris Brown and like the artists like them, there's somebody out, and like Lil Peep, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with Lil Peep besides his drug use. You know what I'm saying? There's people behind you mimicking that. So when you promote it to that degree and you make it so popular for them and you make it so comfortable for them to understand, you know what I'm saying, and for them to grasp, for them to see, it becomes something that they mimic comfortably. And that was a problem for everybody, you know? And they just don't think about that.
That's like, I'm gonna go back to Nothing Nowhere. He raps about with Trauma Factory. He took a new whole sound. He went with all genre. Like he was like, oh, I'm gonna do some little bit of rap, but I'm gonna do some little bit of rock. But like, he has a song called Real, and it's just like literally about his life. Like it just like talks about him. Like he meets, like it just has just like he just like talks about depression, like mental health and stuff like that. Like he literally would quit. Like he canceled the whole tour because of his mental health.
Smart.
Because like he literally, because like he didn't know this fame was just gonna get so big to him, like kind of thing. Like, and like he like performed. He opened up for Fall Out Boy, and that was probably his biggest tour. Like, so like he was opening up for more than 2,000 people, like kind of thing. Like, so like he was like crying on stage. Like that was a big like jump for him. Like, milestone kind of thing. So that's why he has the platform that he has now, and like his music's still good though. I don't even care what he talks about. He talks about like anything. He talks about wanting to die, like kind of stuff. But it's just like it's not like he doesn't idolize it or anything. But like has songs of different stuff. Like Big Friend is about literally like it's like more of like kind of reminds me of like a pop punk sound, like kind of thing. But like that song was like on the radio and stuff like that, so like he was never played on the radio. Like that was kind of a big hit for him too. Like Trauma Factory probably was like probably his best album like of last year. Like his but like his older stuff is more of like I don't know, like he did it on his own though, kind of thing. Like he was just like, I don't know where this is fucking gonna go, and then he kind of signed, and that's how he did it. But like he signed with the good people. Like he's not gonna get fucked over or anything. Like he can make music, like, and if he wants to drop stuff, he can. Like he can take his time with it. Like it's not like how other people are like ghostwriting, like, you know, like he's actually doing it
Drake.
all himself, like, showing it all himself, like kind of thing. But there's other artists that just want the fame and want the money kind of thing, and then like on TikTok, and it's just like, oh, my manager will let me drop this if I get 150 you just drop it. Like, it's gonna do good. It's a good song, just drop the song. But I get it, the promotion and all that stuff too. But like,
having to build up that.
it's just like.
I'm saying like a lot of the time when a lot of these rappers are dying young, I'm seeing like a lot of them are predicting that they're gonna die young. If you listen to a lot of their music, like even like Biggie, Tupac, Juice WRLD, they're saying in their music like, I'm gonna die young. I'm not gonna be here for long. I'm sad. I'm doing all of this. I'm smoking. I'm drinking.
There's a lot of them, right? Like,
yeah.
It goes back to though, like we used to say. We said it earlier this week. If you're, it kind of like as a streamer. If at a certain point being a streamer is detrimental to your mental health, the people around you owe it to you to tell you, and you owe it to yourself to say, I need to stop.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
That can apply to anything you're doing as a craft, especially when it comes to something that demands artistry out of you. And kind of, I think for me as a bipolar person, I put it into a perspective. Anything that is going to incite me to manicness and cause me to impulsively chase a grandiose idea because I'm good at it and I really enjoy it is something I got to manage where I'm at mental health wise, because at a certain point I could take this anything brainchild that it is and create something that can be extremely detrimental to my health because I'm pulling too much of myself out of me to make this thing succeed. And I think if you got a music career, if you're an actor, sometimes we love these people because they're at their brink of crazy. But at a certain point, you can only be at the brink of crazy for so long for you really crazy.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for real.
You can still be producing great things because you're at a point now where the baby can take care of itself, and as long as you feed it a little bit, now you're feeding it these massive quantities of a product of your greatest, creations, but at what cost to yourself?
Yeah.
At what
It's
cost
yeah,
to
he's
yourself?
a genius, but he's gone mad.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
I'm really taking this right now, like.
Right.
Yeah.
Karen said, "I feel attacked."
That's not even just like you, Karen. That's me as a person. I think like we as individuals who have this sort of disorder, we have to make these sorts of decisions every day when we wake up. The average person doesn't normally have to do because they just got good impulse control.
Yeah.
But if we all examined ourselves just a little bit wisely about, what are the things we're really throwing our full effort into? Why are you putting that much effort into it? And anything, I think that's any human being. If you find something you really love and you like, you're going to do it. And you're
Yeah.
going to give your all to it. It's just how much of yourself are you giving to this entity before it's eating up more than you're providing?
Right.
Right.
Before it's eating up more than you can provide for it.
Yeah, like if the product isn't good enough to sustain, you can't really be putting that much energy there.
Yeah.
Of course, with everything you do, it's hard to ride that boundary because it's like, hey, if I don't give everything I got to this thing, it's not going to succeed. This requires every piece of attention I got. It
Yeah.
requires every fuel cell I got in my body, everything I got in the tank. Even when I'm tired, I need to be trying to give to this. That's a daily struggle with streaming. I couldn't imagine
Daily.
a beast that was actually feeding me millions of dollars every day.
Man,
And forcing you to get out there.
Yes,
perform.
at that point, it's
all the
not-
time.
How do I say stop at that point? That's why I said I couldn't tell you if I'm
Yeah.
really ready for fame because I'm already an introvert, and people tell me you give me a little bit too much money, I start throwing that shit just in all types of crazy directions because I just don't like to hold it. So I don't even like money in Warzone. I'd be like making spastic bad decisions.
Take it.
Imagine you having to get up every day and millions of dollars waiting at your door. It's not a question about if I'm gonna answer the door, I'm gonna answer.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just I can't tell you what I'm gonna answer the door looking like after about 6-7 months.
Yeah.
My heart rate. And
It's
I
no
ain't
telling
flexible.
if I can handle answering the door.
Yeah.
Exactly. You may not like who opened that door.
Yeah. Real
I
shit.
think with these celebrities, it's a big machine behind them. That's
Oh, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
suits, and they're pushing them, and they're keeping them relevant in our minds.
Yeah. The big
Yeah.
machine just pumping money out of them. That's what a lot of people don't understand about the weight that's on celebrity shoulders too. It's not just us that want stuff from them. The people that are fueling them want stuff from them too. They want even more than
their
we do.
payroll.
The man who
Yeah.
put $5 million in investment in this man. Y'all look at these recording contract artists and what they're signing. I look at them like, good God Almighty, more power to you, son, because you just signed your life away. And
Real
I
shit.
hope you can fulfill every bit of that obligation and get up out that contract and make one you want to be behind.
Real
Because
shit.
a lot of times, because of where we are socially, we accept contracts because the dollar signs look right. Not realizing that that's a contract you got to make sure you're ready to fulfill.
Facts.
Home to. And you can generate that much money. I commend the artists who don't go out there buying
Karen,
X amount
facts.
of jewelry and doing the most. Because
Yeah.
they'll tell you, "Hey, do you know how much you really have to make to be able to afford a $30,000 piece of jewelry?
Yo.
Cash. Not a signing check that you took from a company that fronted you some money that you're supposed to pay back in records that you sold.
Yeah.
But truthfully, you make this on a regular annual income.
Right.
You need to be making millions of dollars to afford a $30,000 just casual watch.
Yeah.
You better
Let alone
be.
5 that week.
Yeah. Shit. When y'all see me with a, y'all know.
we done finally got some bread. We in there.
Yeah. Y'all see me with a watch. Okay. Rise, I see you. My flaps at 5 times a million.
Sometimes I think, like you said, it's a big machine behind these celebrities that run them because there are people in suits who put down X amount of dollars,
Mm-hmm.
thousands, millions, billions of dollars into this machine to keep it running because old money want to stay old money. You got to
Exactly.
revamp and you got to keep that money in your pocket. How do you do that? They had the investment money to put down. Now they're just throwing money out there to keep it going. You think they're going to let you jeopardize it?
Hell to the no. So you better not fuck that bag up. Because once you fuck it up once,
Oh man, they'll make sure you never get a chance.
Nope, you kicked off that label and you ain't gonna get another label.
You better hope it's underground voting season.
Mm-hmm.
Underdog voting season, meaning they just feel like voting on an underdog because they want to rig the system to win on the underdog race.
Real shit.
Gotta make sure people think it's fair.
You better pray for your
Capitalism
chances.
in business is a beast, and it eats people up every day and spits them out for
It
breakfast.
sure does.
Force.
Mm-hmm.
I see too many people who have
5
no
times the amount of the
concept
product you purchase on anything you buy. Yeah, see, that's real responsible of you, Karen. I could have $20 more, and I'm like, bet I could buy this. You talk about 5 times the amount. If I got $50,000 and a $30,000 watch, guess what? I got $20,000 left because I done bought the watch.
So if my bills are paid, I'm buying a new video game.
Yeah.
I mean, as streamers, for us, it's kind of that's like in the budget. We have to be versatile.
Yeah.
Because we're just excelling and just smashing. But even Tim the Tap Man got to play something else.
Yeah, at some point.
We merged him up off Call of Duty when it was broken. We play too many games where they get too comfortable and want to just start fucking the game up.
Yeah.
So that's a business expense at that point. At least that's what I'm telling you.
You know?
You know, sometimes you gotta, but at the same time, you gotta be true to what Karen's saying. 5 times the amount of product you purchase on anything you buy, you gotta bring home 5 times that amount. You gotta make
Facts.
it worth it. You gotta make it worth its while.
Yo, Slayer.
Exactly.
Real shit.
Home with a man cave, dead ass.
Nah, Karen did not lie. I definitely need that man cave. I'll be perfect. I'll be perfect. Yo, my flat, thank you for the shout outs. Slayer, how many times you gonna say hi? You said yo the first time. Now you said hi twice in a row. What's up, bro? How you feeling? Yo, what's good, shout out? We talking about a billion different things. Episode 7 is a good one. We just talking. Keep it a buck. Yo, K-Dub, I see you, man. Don't worry. I appreciate you for lurking. But, man, I can't wait to get that first check. With an M behind it?
Easy. Ain't nobody gonna know I got it.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, everybody gonna know I got it.
I ain't nobody gonna know I ain't got no amount of money. And I pride myself on the fact that nobody could really look at me and just really look and see how much money I really bring home. And I like it to be that way.
Yeah.
Because if you do not know what I'm making, you cannot make no prejudged decisions off of what you think my financial is. People who think you have more than you do is quick to sometimes overexert how much they're asking for, and people who think you don't have enough will throw negative judgments at you because they think you should be making more than what you are. You know,
Facts.
you see a lot of people's true character when they don't really know how much you make, based off what they think they can assume.
Yeah. It's true. That's true. Man. That's very true. Nah,
Then again, you don't want
don't
people
worry,
around
Slayer.
like that.
Yeah, you don't. If they check in your pockets, you don't want them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Don't watch what day I get paid.
Shut up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If I look up and you done said, "Don't you get paid tomorrow?" I'll be.
Excuse me?
I get what tomorrow? Nah, I quit last week. My bad. I don't even work there no more.
I can't even tell that lie. 'Cause they know I can't go more than 2 weeks without working. I start getting antsy.
I feel that. Karen said, I may not work, but all my shit paid in full. And there you go. I'm doing pretty good, K-Dub. I appreciate you stopping by. We're podcasting right now, just kind of vibing out. Feel great, you know. But, man. That first check with an M? Shada said he got an M for me if I bring him Donald Trump's toupee. Don't say that to me.
Ooh.
Don't do that. Don't do that. 'Cause
Right, they gonna knock down the door. Never mind.
for a toupee, my
We're about
conversation.
to go on a mission.
Okay, my conversation with the nation. I'll go in there and tell that man, let me spit a business plan to you and tell you how I'm gonna come up and you gonna come up.
You know?
All if you give me that toupee off your hook. Come here. Let me holler.
Speaking of Donald Trump, how do y'all feel about celebrities being politicians?
That's crazy because I got a question like that in the joint. Hey, honestly, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I like the idea of using your fame to actually get somewhere serious that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. I am actually here for that. Because it gives you that opportunity to do things that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to. You know what I'm saying? A lot of celebrities, as regular people, like who on God's green earth was gonna make Arnold Schwarzenegger, whatever, what is he of wherever the fuck he is?
Ain't he like the governor of California?
Yeah, whatever he is, wherever he's at, who's gonna make him that if he wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger? You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have happened. It would have been some random dude with the right credentials. They made that nigga that because he's Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you got that opportunity and that's something that you really want to embark on, then by all means, yeah, I think you should. Now, if Arnold Schwarzenegger is just there to just sit there, I don't know, kick that nigga out. That I'm not here for. But you know what I'm saying? If you have ideas and you have plans and you know what I'm saying, you just needed the platform to execute, by all means. By all means, for sure. Cause
I'm a government whore, so like Erk said, if you got a plan and you gonna take the time to go sit out there and actually learn how government works, and you gonna go put that time and effort in, more power to you.
yes, sir,
We
Sleepy.
need more people who actually understand how it really functions and how this beast is actually running and what feeds it.
Yeah,
Not people
Yeah.
who want to put another placard on their fucking wall.
yeah, real shit. They're all some form of actor anyway. All liars to the people, but chasing the check like anyone else. Exactly. Exactly. That's all politicians are. I will complain all day about how many people. Oh, vote for Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Oh my God, Joe. Please, are you gonna vote? Are you gonna vote for Joe Biden? Now tell me what Joe Biden has done for all of you people who wanted him to be in office so bad. He ain't give us no money. He ain't cut them student loans like he said he would. I don't know what else the fuck he was supposed to do, but I know he ain't do that. Those two things, that's all I cared about, was because Izzy got student loans. We was checking on that, and I'm checking for the money. He ain't give us either of those things. And I know a lot of people was just, you mean? Real shit. And
You like this. People who tell you and they're peer pressuring you to just go and vote at the presidential election, you tell them to shove it up their ass.
shove it.
Please.
It's a whole lot more about it. There's
That's
a
like
whole lot more to
Canada,
the
sure.
voting system, and I see so many people and young kids on the daily that break my heart that say the voting system doesn't work. Do you know why it don't work? Because there's more than one fucking election that happened in this goddamn country, and they go down more than the second Tuesday of fucking November.
Yep.
You need to vote locally. You need to vote nationally. You need to be putting in all them votes in order to change. Excuse me. Because I got upset. Change the system on a whole. I used to intern. I wanted to be a politician. I'll be honest with you. All these niggas do is lie. I was trained to be a professional liar.
Yeah.
That's what we do. If you think it's a million of you motherfuckers running around here and all of y'all ever agree on the same thing? No, you don't. Because we don't even agree on the same thing when we be up there.
Exactly.
But what you do is you come to a common ground. It's about communication and being open to learning a different way. And then eventually, maybe together, we put some shit together we all can somewhat get behind and make some shit shake. But
Yeah.
when we have no communication and we think, oh, elections is only one time a year, at once every couple of years, don't nothing change. That man, you think that man individually decides all of these things? No, he just a figurehead. It's two more systems in place set to check and balance that and shake shit. It's so many things that's wrong and it can be decided and changed based off if we voted more than just once every couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're putting too much power in one individual's hand who ain't even granted that much fucking power.
Exactly.
If you can get up there and you
Exactly.
understand how this system works and you got the money and the power behind you to go out there and make some shit shake, go fucking do it. Please, for the
Yeah.
love of God, do it. And make sure you educate some people along the fucking way.
I don't have nothing else
And
to
do
say.
your
That's all.
research.
That was everything right there. What Petty said. And do your research. And do your fucking research. Because these people don't know what the fuck they talking about. I can do 2 seconds of research and know more than half of what the fuck these people be talking about. And like Mudflap Clapper said, same as Obama. Obama didn't do shit but give us half-assed Obamacare and go bomb the shit out of other countries. That's all he did. That's
He
all.
wanted so badly, and he ran off across aisle and being able to communicate with everybody and make sure we was all able to do that. And they made sure they proved him wrong on that. Okay? They made sure he humbled down and knew you do not decide how this beast turns and when it eats.
Exactly. They figured that shit out, man. He had to figure that shit out, and he figured it out. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Shot of Trump didn't give us shit. What he did was we just happened to be in the same tax bracket as all them poor white people who vote he really wanted. He didn't give us anything for real. Like he just couldn't say, yeah, only white people get the stimmies. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't say that. So you know what I'm saying? As minorities, a lot of minorities also happen to get it. But really, Trump only wanted white people to get that joint. He really only gave that joint out for the poor white people who he desperately needed to vote for him, and he desperately wanted their approval.
The white people.
Yeah.
This man is a master of the tongue. And
Yes.
he convinced the same folks. You didn't see none of us really out there.
He did, my flap clapper. You could really buy the niggas vote with the money, actually, when I think about it. You could buy a niggas vote, yeah. Because these niggas, you know how many rappers will vote for Trump just because all of the crackheads in the world are about to get a check to go to them? Come on now. That in itself.
Entered into a new tax bracket.
Yeah.
Welcome themselves into the world of capitalism. You can
Mm-hmm.
tax cut if they can't get one.
Exactly.
You tell me if you facing that much money in taxes if you won't take a tax break if it helps you.
Exactly. And real shit, Shada, I got free motherfucking money. I ain't vote for that nigga. I won't vote for a single president in the world, bro, because I know my vote don't matter, bro. It doesn't. And I'm not going to influence 1,000 other people to not vote, because then, now the vote really, now nobody's vote matters. It's the problem with swaying people to vote and to not vote is I don't have to vote. But I don't have to convince a million other people not to vote. That's when me not voting becomes a problem. Is when I convince the million other people behind me not to vote. Because now I'm really actually doing something to how things happen. But me not voting as an individual, my nigga, suck my dick. I do not have to vote. I don't care about none of these white people. I don't care about none of these. Kamala, bro, I was supposed to go out of my way and put time into voting for her. Come on now, bro. Come on now. I'm not going to do that, bro. And a lot of people think that they have a lot more say, like Petty said, than they do. And you don't, unless you're voting in every election that you can. If you're not voting for your local state senators, you're not voting for your mayor or blah, 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 blah. Don't talk to me about voting because I don't care. You vote once every 4 years, I don't care what you have to say.
Like your vote didn't matter.
And not about this life.
You wonder, a vote that only come around once every 4 years ain't worth shit to me either.
Nope. It ain't
What
worth
do you
shit to
know
me.
about this system? It's basic check-ins that you do as a citizen for them to take you serious.
Yeah.
Don't mean they always will, but it's some basic check-ins you got to do before you even consider serious walking in the door.
It's true. It's absolutely true. And that's why I say, bro, politics is easy. But it's as easy as you make it. Politics is easy. I could be a politician tomorrow. If I cared about my life a little less, if I was a little less selfish with my life, I would be a politician. But I wouldn't stand for shit. I would be AOC, but with a worse temper, with a worse mouth. Because I'm going to call niggas out. AOC does a great job in that she targets the people who are really doing fucked up jobs and trying to get away with that shit. She really does. And she comes at them respectively, and she really points out their flaws in a positive, respective way that you can't argue with her because she's not coming at you disrespectfully. She's coming at you the way you would come at anybody in that position. And it's beautiful. But I would get killed because I'm on some... Yo, these white people is doing this and they doing that and y'all shouldn't stand for it. I'm a politician. I know. I see it you know what I'm saying? Like I'm giving it all up. I'm giving out all the details, and that would get me killed.
That you don't even have to open your mouth that influence so many things.
Yeah.
I ran so much mock government and did so many different shit where the most influential spots I held were the ones that didn't have me getting up on the stand having to talk every time. It was the ones that put me to be the bug in people's ears. You want to know a good show to watch. Scandal was very accurate in that. It's the things that happen behind the scenes with people who are talking that constantly keep you on edge because there's so much that's happening. If you know somebody's demons, you got the keys to their kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can run the whole world.
Oh man,
Facts.
I met with, shout out to Senator Ingram from the state rotunda for New Mexico. This man was a savage. The first white man I ever met who was ever willing to teach me something. And this white man set me down, and he was the minority, or at the time they were the majority floor whip. And this was before I kind of knew the concept and the idea of what a whip does in the Senate and the House, but I really didn't know. And he really put me on game to the psychology of actually being in politics and being in a position where you are not the face of anything. In fact, you don't want to be the face. Not when you get to talk as greasy as you do in people's ears. When
Yeah.
you can walk up to a man who supposedly has everything and say, "You will do this," and if you don't, you know what's gonna happen. So you and I both know you gonna do this. So you see a whole nother wielding of power that you can't do.
Mhm.
Money makes this world go round, and what some of these people do with money when they bored is kind of ridiculous. And some of
Yeah.
them are not exactly clean about how they do things. This is why you see the scandals you see every year about a different politician falling down. He ain't doing nothing different than his buddies is doing. He just got caught.
He just got
That's
caught.
the only difference.
Mhm.
He was slipping.
Exactly.
He fucked somebody over, and somebody said, "Now we finna tell him."
Yup.
He done fucked him. I was
Mhm.
waiting. I was waiting. And you don't want to do what I've been telling you, boy.
Right.
You see mobs and gangs move. They do the same thing in politics. They just talk real
My
nice.
camera is like sliding away.
Literally.
Yeah, they do. They just talk real casual for you.
Like you said, what can you say to somebody when you expose them for exactly everything they are and what they do in a very calm, collected, cool manner? Ain't much they can really do.
It ain't shit you can do. It's over. The jig is up. It's over. You know what I'm saying?
All of these guys are
JFK
aware
and
of that.
Clinton. Yeah. Yeah.
All of these guys. We think the guys that we're putting on these pedestals are these great guys, and I'm gonna tell you this: even your most hated politician is probably a great guy. He's just a shitty politician. I met
Yeah.
more than a few of them. And what's crazy is you sit down and you get to talking to these guys, and they are real ass fucking people.
Yeah.
Real ass just men. Sometimes just women. And you learn, you like, oh, you're not perfect. You
Mhm.
Not at all.
just, motherfucker, you're a horrible politician. I hate everything you stand for, but
Yeah.
I know how to do it.
Shout out to AOC.
I know it.
You're amazing.
A lot of the ones with good intentions don't make it too far.
They're never going to. That's another thing with
Yeah.
politics, bro. It's not gonna
not getting
happen. It's not gonna happen. Good guys don't win when it comes to politics, bro. And they rarely win when it comes to money. That's why usually scumbags be the ones who are really the richest of the rich. Because you know what I'm saying? Bad guys don't want to see good guys in the same league as them because you're gonna fuck up everything they have going on, bro. Come on now. What
You
politician is
can't do politics and be completely
Yeah.
clean ever. That's the nature of the beast. Is that beast dirties everybody?
exactly.
You
Exactly.
cannot always ride. You have to stand on the ground, and that's the thing with politics is we like to make everything gray and think if we can make the sand and blur the line enough, then you won't judge me and you won't see me for what I'm really standing on. But unfortunately, you cannot ride the fence on everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes even not saying anything is really putting your feet down on that side of the fence.
Yeah. It's true.
The people I respected were the guys who threw their no votes up even when everyone else around them said yes.
Yeah.
Even if I didn't necessarily agree with it, I understood and I respected the moral and the principle of you were not compromising something within yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Oh, shit.
that is the nature of the political game, is to make you at some point crumble and compromise something in yourself. So
At
that
some
if
point.
you make
Yeah,
that
real
slip
shit.
that first time,
Shout out,
it's
here's
very
my
easy
roots.
to do it a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth until
Oh, it's just a
fuck
filter.
it. We just in here we just doing it.
Yeah.
I'm getting paid. This is what keeps the money in the pocket.
Real shit. This is what keeps the money in the pocket. Petty was smoking too, shout out. I just smoked the last of. You see, she's smoking. J-Terms might be already high.
Got me high,
CSJ,
got me
you
started
mean?
on mechanics. Karen, no,
I
I'm
just finished mine.
Yeah.
Uh,
Why do you think any type of systematic racism will never go away? Because it's the white man's world. It's the white man's world. White men built America, and white men built all of it. And I can only speak for America because I live here. White men built America. So unless we're going to have a civil war tomorrow and erase everything in history books and kill everybody with any memory of history and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's no way that systematic racism can go away because it's too in place. It's too set in stone. You know what I'm saying? It's too something that's ingrained in people naturally. You know how many white people do things that are inherently racist but don't even know until after, you know what I'm saying? Like, it happens. Oh, that was a well, shit, fuck it. We talking about it now. You know what I'm saying?
Right
Like,
now, racism itself is a business entity.
yeah, it
The business
is.
of racism is very lucrative right now.
Yeah.
Okay, we talked about it all night. How racism right now is a big old
Sorry, Karen.
cover blanket that they use to really hide a lot of socioeconomic problems here.
Mm-hmm.
So racism
Mhm.
itself is actually crucial for them in this moment. Racism will never not be relevant. You're
Nope.
probably never really gonna get rid of the stigma because there's always gonna be somebody too ignorant to really understand why it's still here and why it's still relevant.
Exactly.
You are mad for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah. They did use us to build America, shout out, but the white people wrote the rules. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Our influence means nothing. We laid the groundwork. You know what I'm saying? The Native Americans really built America. You know what I'm saying? If you really think about it, because without them, there would have been nothing for those colonizers to come and build on top of, because they couldn't even do shit, bro. When you in a lot of the books that my grandma taught me about, and like, you know what I'm saying, like gave me a lot of information on, white people didn't even know how to build structures and shit until they went to places like Egypt and places in Africa where they learned how to do that shit. So they didn't
Talk
even
about
have
it.
that knowledge themselves to have built anything. So from the rip, you know what I'm saying, all of their knowledge comes from people of color anyway. So yeah, like, and essentially people of color have built everything that you know what I'm saying goes on with America, and you know what I'm saying, European information and shit like that. Like it's all built based on colored people, and not just black people. That's colored people of all races. You know what I'm saying? Black people, Hispanics, fucking everybody, all of them.
Colonization paved the way for them to
Don't
amass
forget
Native
Canadian.
Americans, yeah, Canadians.
Yeah, you black. We just already done. We said that.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah,
You here?
Canadian. You mean CSJ sits
No,
at the
but
table.
colonization has led the way to a lot of like them amassing these amounts of information and then
Yeah.
being able to come to a place like it's like they just really caught the perfect wave. They found a place
Facts.
where they could come and minutely take over and put into play all the information they had been amassing through colonization over the centuries. So how do you systematically go back and change a knowledge, which is you guys accumulated a bunch of information that was not necessarily yours. You put it into play here. You fought for your freedom from richer people than yourself, and you went and put into play the business entity that you had seen done before to yourself in a way that made it more accessible to you. And then to cover up the people who couldn't quite make the cut, you threw at them the reason that they couldn't be successful was the place where you had stolen all that information from. So now they're filled with hate. They'll never look at why they couldn't really make the money that you're somehow making, and that you found a way to make it covered up that you done took all this shit that wasn't really yours.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Exactly.
And if you sit
Basically.
right down there at the bottom of the totem pole, nobody give a fuck what we saying.
Nope. And that's how
That is-
that shit comes into play. That's systematic racism. Man.
Thousands of years of a system set in place does not crumble overnight.
Nope.
Yeah.
Many-
There's organizations that are devoted to keeping racism alive in America. Like,
absolutely.
it's things in the textbooks that are placed in there